Hello again, everybody. I'm Chris. I'm all set to count down this week's 40 most popular country songs in the nation as they're ranked each week by MediaBase 24/7 for the week ending July 8th, 2023. Got 3 debuts and a re-entry this week. Before I get to this week's biggest songs, let's take a look back at last week's top 3. At number 3 was Fast Car by Luke Combs. Number 2 was Last Night by Morgan Wallen. And the number 1 song last week was Next Thing You Know by Jordan Davis. Now, can Jordan stay at number 1 again this week? We'll find out 39 hits from now. First, we get started with a brand new song by Hardy. His last time on the chart, he went all the way to number 1 back in April with Wait in the Truck. His new song debuts at number 40 this week called Truck Bed. And debuting at number 39, the first solo hit by a guy who was one half of Florida Georgia Line for about 10 years. And no, I'm not talking about Tyler Hubbard. I'm talking about his partner Brian Kelly. He debuts at number 39 with See You Next Summer. Well, 2 weeks ago, Darius Rucker debuted on the countdown and slipped out last week. This week, he re-enters at number 38 with Fires Don't Start Themselves. Up a notch to number 37, or 9th week in the countdown. Here's Kylie Morgan with If He Wanted To, He Would. And after debuting last week at number 40, she's up 4 spots to number 36. Here's Gabby Barrett with Glory Days. And here's the week's highest debut, coming in at number 35, brand new from Morgan Wallen, called Everything I Love. At number 34, moving up 5 spots, here's Riley Green and Luke Combs with Different Round Here. Up 4 to number 33, it's Brantley Gilbert and Blake Shelton and Vince Gill, called Heaven by Then. Up 4 spots to number 32 is Chase Beckham with 23. Moving up 4 to number 31, George Burge with Mind on You. In their 6th week in the countdown, they move up 4 to number 30, Brothers Osborne with Nobody's Nobody. Up 4 to number 29, Connor Smith with Creek Will Rise. Up 4 to number 28, it's Jackson Dean with his second top 40 hit, Fearless, The Echo. Up 4 to number 27, Jason Aldean with Try That in a Small Town. Up 4 spots to number 26, Mitchell Tenpenny with We Got History. In her 11th week in the countdown, she's up 4 to number 25, Ashley McBride with Light On in the Kitchen. Up 4 spots to number 24, Dustin Lynch with Stars Like Confetti. Up 2 spots to number 23, Chris Jansen with All I Need Is You. Up 4 spots to number 22, it's Lainey Wilson with Watermelon Moonshine. Moving up 3 to number 21, it's Russell Dickerson with God Gave Me a Girl. Well, we're at the halfway point of this week's countdown. Let's take a look at what songs dropped off the chart this week. We had 4 songs doing so. There's One Thing at a Time, Something in the Orange, Tennessee Orange, and Rockin' a Hard Place. Now on to the second half of the countdown. Here's Kelsey Ballerini up 2 spots to number 20 with If You Go Down, I'm Going Down Too. And up 2 spots to number 19 with Can't Have Mine, Find You a Girl, Dylan Scott. Up 2 spots to number 18, it's Luke Bryan with But I Got a Beer in My Hand. Inching up 1 to number 17, or 30th week in the 40, Hailey Whitters and Everything She Ain't. Up 3 to number 16, Chris Young with Looking for You. In his 15th week in the countdown, he's up 2 spots to number 15, Tim McGraw with Standing Room Only. Up a couple to number 14, Bailey Zimmerman with Religiously. Up 2 spots to number 13, Cole Swindell with Drink-A-Bye. The song has been on the chart the longest, at 33 weeks, continues to climb. Up 1 to number 12, Parmalee with Girl in Mine. And just a step away from the top 10, up a notch to number 11, it's Thomas Rhett with Angels Don't Always Have Wings. Alright, the top 10 leads off with Kane Brown as he climbs a notch to number 10 with Bury Me in Georgia. At number 9 for a second week, it's Luke Combs with Love You Anyway. Holding steady at number 8, here's John Party with Your Heart or Mine. Down 2 spots to number 7 with his former number 1 hit, Tyler Hubbard with Dancing in the Country. Holding steady at number 6 this week, it's Justin Moore and Priscilla Block with You, Me, and Whiskey. In his 20th week in the countdown, he's up 2 spots to number 5, Jelly Roll with Need a Favor. In their 24th week on the chart, spending a second week at number 4, Old Dominion with Memory Lane. Here's a former number 1, down a notch to number 3, Morgan Wallen with Last Night. And trading places with Morgan, moving up 1 to number 2, it's Luke Combs with Fast Car. And the number 1 song in country music for the second week in a row belongs to Jordan Davis. This is his 6th number 1 country hit called Next Thing You Know. Until next week, I'm Chris. Thanks for listening.